Okay, YouTubers, I finally bought something that I've been wanting for a while. It's a solar kit. It's just 80 watts. Nothing special, but this is not a review. This is just showing it because if we look up, there's really no sun. And I'm not going to bother hooking it up to the RV. But let's take a look at it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry it, in the RV in the box. I'll just keep the box, but because they packaged it pretty well. So again, this is just meeting it. Again, two 40-watt panels. Nothing overly powerful, but it should be good enough for my limited solar use for most cases. I've wanted one for a while, but I haven't really had the need before. There we go. Again, it's just 80 watts, but it should give me enough power to run a couple fans during the course of the day, and then maybe watch a TV at night, keep the batteries topped up. And if I get to where I do more real boondocking, this is obviously not enough power, but for the limited use I need, I think this is going to work fine to augment my power needs. Because I still have the that Duracell 600 battery pack with a solar panel. That one's only 30 watts, but I've used it in the past and been able to watch TV for like 5-6 hours on a charge. And as you can see, the light's on, so it's getting some power. It's obviously not connected to anything. And when I use this in a real situation, as opposed to just unboxing it in a cloud covered, I'll stick the amp meter on it and see how it actually does. But this is just showing. nothing technical. Again, not something you're gonna live off of. This is just to augment, and I know that my requirements and what I'm looking to do with this is on the lower level of what I need. I don't have huge expectations of being able to power everything off of this, just the small use that I think I'm gonna need. And as time goes by, like I've said before, you can always grow and adapt, but I wanted something easy and simple, all self-contained, until I decide to get a real solar. I would say the legs and the support are okay. I wouldn't call them robust, but I wouldn't call them overly flimsy. I also got a new inverter. I have a couple, but I wanted to get a new one, and we'll show you that. And we can see when it's back in, laying face down with no light, it's not generating any power, so it is functional. I will say I'm not thrilled with how the wires come from the other panel over, so I've kept the packing material to try to limit these bars from doing any damage. And the way this is kind of loose, I might figure a way to secure it in there. So here's the inverter. This is a Bestek. It's only a 200 watt inverter. I didn't need anything huge or overly powerful because, again, I'm not planning on running a whole bunch of power, just watching some TV. So this 200 watt inverter is actually rated at 500 watts peak and 250 max, but rated at 200. Bestek is one of the better names in it. I had a larger one before that didn't last very long, but this one wasn't expensive because it's only 200 watts, but it's good quality. What it has on it, and what I kind of liked about it from the other reviews, is it's supposedly relatively quiet. I like the fact that it wasn't very big and that there was space between the plugs. A lot of times when you get an inverter, if you have anything that's weird size at all, you can't plug it in. This also has 4 USB chargers, 2 2 amps and 1 amp, and they are also on a different circuit than the 110, so that's good for protection. Just to say something else, I also already have a clip and an extension 12-volt cord, so if I chose to, I could run this out directly off the battery instead of running it through my cigarette lighter in the back of the RV. I haven't checked. I don't know 100%. I couldn't find it in my paperwork, but a lot of times a cigarette lighter, that circuit is usually only up to 150 watts anyways. So a lot of times if you're trying to get something bigger, you might want to check what your cigarette lighter is actually going to put out. What I also like about having these and being able to connect them directly to the battery, I did check. I know that my cigarette outlet has a fuse in the RV, and it's a 15 amp fuse. So if I ever get to where I'm drawing more than that, which I shouldn't be, it's good to be able to go directly to the battery. On some of these you can buy those with it, but I already had some. And inside this there is a 30 amp fuse. Let's plug this sucker in. With it you get the cord. Plug it into the cigarette lighter. And there we go. Actually, a little bit louder than I had hoped, but I guess you get used to that. You know, an inverter, it's gonna need a fan because they will heat up. I have with me a CD player. I also brought out my power monitor to see how much I'm pulling off this. And it's pulling 5 watts. Put some shine down in. I won't play it very long because I know I'll get in trouble. And it's working. So it's only pulling about 6 watts. This might seem odd, but I also liked a lot of them don't have a power switch. A lot of them just, you plug it in and it's on. And this has a power switch. So that's a good thing. So overall, I'm very happy. I went outside and unplugged the RV. So I made sure everything was working properly. So we're all good. Have a great and wonderful day.